Why are Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds pretending they're skipping the Met Gala tonight instead of just acknowledging they weren't invited?
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds didn't attend the Met Gala, but were they rejected from it?
Or they just didn't really want to put themselves out there with all of the scandal.
Sad news, Justin Baldoni's foundation is shutting down.
Why are Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds acting like they gracefully bowed out of the Met Gala when every sign points to the exact opposite? Let's call it what it is: damage control. Sources say Blake wasn't just busy, she was quietly blacklisted. And while they're spinning this as a voluntary choice, insiders say the door was shut before they even reached for the handle. This isn't about fashion fatigue, it's about fallout, and the receipts go back years. Let's start with the plantation wedding. Not a Southern-themed garden party. A literal wedding held on a historic plantation where enslaved people lived, worked, and died. And instead of addressing the optics head-on, Blake called it a romantic backdrop. Romantic? That's not just tone-deaf, it's offensive. Then came Preserve, Blake's failed lifestyle blog, where she shared antebellum-inspired muffin recipes. No, seriously, slave muffins. Blueberry ones. It's like she tried to Pinterest her way through history without ever cracking open a book. Fast forward to now.
Blake and Ryan won't be at tonight's Met Gala. The couple's plans were revealed in March by multiple outlets, including TMZ. On March 21st, a source told Us Weekly that the news is actually not surprising, saying she's not a Kardashian that goes every year. Saying Blake and Ryan haven't gone since 2022 when they were co-chairs, and they will not be in attendance this year. She's obsessed with the Met Gala. She's obsessed with being seen. You know she wants to go. They're just saying that they're not going. Okay? They don't give a reason. It's just random. They're not going. This woman who loves fashion, who, you know, whether you like her fashion or not, I think it's abhorrent.
The 2025 Met Gala theme was a celebration of Black style, legacy, and cultural influence. And Blake? She knew better than to show up. After everything, walking that carpet would have been like showing up to a civil rights museum in cosplay. The hypocrisy would have been viral before she even stepped out of the car. Let's not forget the blackface sketch she did on SNL, one of those performances that's so cringe-inducing, it's practically been scrubbed from existence. But the internet doesn't forget. Clips are still floating around, and they've aged like milk. When that kind of history is part of your resume, showing up to celebrate Black culture isn't bold, it's insulting. So no, she wasn't too busy. She was told not to come, and the PR team knew it. That's why they leaked the "they're not attending" headline weeks ahead of time, to get ahead of the storm. But if they thought no one would notice, they clearly underestimated the internet. Now, let's talk about the weird web of lies. Remember that time Blake went on Seth Meyers and casually claimed her daughter was born on the same day as Napoleon and Jennifer Lawrence? She looked straight into the camera and said it with a smile. And then Ryan doubled down in another interview, repeating the exact same false story. What was the point? Why invent fake birthdays? Were they trying to add historical flair to their family life? Make the kids sound more interesting? Turns out not a single one of their kids was born on that day. The internet did what they didn't expect. It Googled. A basic fact check blew the whole thing up. It's like lying just for the aesthetic. But this is a pattern with Blake and Ryan. When they're under fire, they pivot. Suddenly, Blake's on the cover of a magazine talking about motherhood and strength. Suddenly, there's a new product launch, a fashion campaign, a film. The timing is always suspiciously convenient, like a magician pulling out a new trick every time the last one flops.
She got this Time Magazine Civil Rights Titan Award and all of that. We know the woman has done blackface. We know the woman got married on plantation. We know she only got the Time Magazine thing because she donated money to the NAACP 6 years ago.
And like, why? Why do you have to make up stories like that? I just don't get it.
Or they just didn't really want to put themselves out there with all of the scandal. But there also could be another side plot with the speculation and the opinion that maybe they were not welcome.
I am calling out hypocrisy amongst the powerful people in Hollywood. She's not talking about women in power. She is protecting women in power. And instead, she is going after women just like herself who's trying to make a living from being creators here online.
I could see, what's her name that runs the thing? Who's the designer?
Anna Wintour?
I could see Anna Wintour being like, Blake, you are not coming this year. Like, there's no way.
Speaking of flops, another simple favor too. The sequel no one asked for. Blake's been promoting it like it's her Oscar campaign, smiling and waving at premieres, posing in designer gowns, acting like everything's fine. But behind the scenes, insiders say it's chaos. She allegedly hijacked the editing process from Justin Baldoni, skipped meetings, missed deadlines, then pulled the "I'm sick" card right before being spotted partying with Taylor Swift. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni, he's gone quiet. His Wayfarer Foundation, the charity he co-founded, is shutting down. Sources say legal costs related to Blake are draining the resources. So while she's out here doing press junkets and photo shoots, Justin's watching a real, impactful organization fall apart. It's not just bad optics, it's disturbing. One side is publicly grieving the collapse of a foundation built to help others. The other is treating life like one long Instagram reel. And let's not forget that infamous 2016 interview where Blake, while promoting a Woody Allen film, was asked a tough but fair question by a journalist. Instead of engaging, she rolled her eyes and dismissed it. Her body language screamed entitlement. That clip is now viral. Back then, Hollywood protected her. Now, the public's done playing along. For years, Blake got away with it. The PR team was tight. The image was crafted. But the internet caught up. And now, no Vogue spread or curated mom quote can erase the pattern. Performative wokeness, revisionist history, and a refusal to take real accountability. The truth is, Blake didn't skip the Met Gala. She got benched, politely but firmly removed from the guest list. And instead of confronting it, she went the usual route. Pretend nothing happened. Smile, post, spin, distract. But the facade is cracking, and no designer dress can hold it together forever. So, what do you think? Is this the beginning of the end for Blake's media invincibility? Or is this just another PR storm she'll try to ride out in heels and hashtags? Subscribe for more brutally honest breakdowns and sound off in the comments. Because this time, silence isn't fashionable.